After 5,000 hours of playing Red Dead Online, I learned a lot about this game, but these 20 tips are probably the most important. When you're only starting to play Red Dead Online, don't hurry, don't rush it up, take your time. This game is not about buying a business submarine and a flying bike as soon as possible, it's about process, immersion and experience. Many high-level players will agree that being a beginner is the best part of Red Dead Online. You have so many new things to learn, so many new activities to try, so many things that you need to grind for. I personally created so many new characters simply to relive this experience once again. Actually, some new players are making a huge mistake when they are trying to skip this part, and with help of some glitch or mod menu on PC are getting a lot of money, gold and experience immediately. It's a mistake because Red Dead Online unfortunately has no end game, no high-level content, and all players are reaching this point where they have more money and gold than they need, no reasons to level up anymore relatively fast anyway. There is literally no reason to skip the fun part and get to the point where you have not much to do. The next tip is don't attack other players in a free roam for no reason, especially if you are a beginner. First of all, because most players are friendly in Red Dead Online. They are not looking for a fight, they just simply want to play this game and enjoy it. From my experience, most players you will meet in Red Dead Online's lobbies will be either waving back to you and will be pretty friendly, or they will be simply ignoring you because they're busy with grind. And only in rare cases they will attack first. And quite often it will be beginners who think that it's like GTA Online and everyone is fighting everyone in the public lobbies. But they are quickly learning the second reason why it makes no sense to attack other players if you are a beginner. And this reason is, beginners will not have any chances against a high-level player in Red Dead Online, because high levels have better weapons, tonics and really strong ability cards. So yeah, if you are a low level, don't attack other players and don't even approach them with lasso in your hands. By the way, small tip, if you will get attacked by such player with a lasso, quickly open your weapon wheel and choose knife. It will set you free. Unless the person is using reinforced lasso, but beginners don't have reinforced lasso usually. I'm not saying that all aggressive players in Red Dead Online are low levels. There will be a high-level griefers as well, and to protect yourself from such players, especially if you're not interested in PvP at all, I definitely suggest you to tune on defensive mode. Just open left menu, choose online options and change it here. Players will still be able to kill you even when you use in defensive mode, but it will be much harder for them to do. The next advice could be really useful for more experienced players, for high levels. Do not expect anything from Rockstar, and it should change the way you see this game. Okay, let me explain. Previously, I was hoping that one day Rockstar will finally do something about this beautiful game. Will help it to reach its full potential by adding something like real bank and train robberies, properties, or maybe Mexico. Something cool, something what players want to see. But every time when instead of doing this, they were releasing so-called weekly or monthly updates, which are basically bonuses and discounts, I felt disappointed and frustrated. Same thing happened during the content updates, when instead of adding some cool stuff that players want to see, Rockstar were adding mechanics like sedating animals or capitale. So basically thinking about what kind of a game Red Dead Online might have been distracted me from enjoying it for what it is. And only after Rockstar officially announced that they're slowing down on Red Dead Online and relocating resources to development of GTA 6, I changed my point of view. Now I'm just playing and enjoying this beautiful game without constantly thinking about how much of a wasted potential it is. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see something like a Guarma heist in Red Dead Online. I just accepted the fact that it's probably never gonna happen. And every time when I see a new monthly event with something like triple payout, I'm not thinking, okay, triple gold, what am I gonna spend spend all this gold on, like I used before. I'm thinking, well, it's an awesome bonus for beginners. I definitely should use it on my low-level character. And speaking about these monthly events, next tip, do not buy anything expensive at the end of such monthly events. You can always check the current monthly bonuses and when the event ends on Rockstar's official website or, for example, here. But anyway, it just feels kinda bad when, let's say, on Monday you will purchase something expensive like a Moonshiner roll for 25 gold bars, and next day on Tuesday you will see that there is a huge discount and now it costs 15 gold bars only. Another mistake that I see a lot of beginners are making is spending their first earned money and gold on cosmetic items. Usually it's fancy looking clothing, but it's gonna be a much better idea to spend this gold on purchasing a first role like a bounty hunter or collector, earn a lot of money, gold and experience with that role, and then buy yourself any clothing that you want. And meanwhile, it's not even necessary to wear this ugly clothing that beginners are receiving. You can get some decent looking outfit completely for free. It's because in every monthly event, Rockstar gives away for free a full outfit created by community members. Just go through the catalog and search for items that have this sale icon and price starting from $0. For each such clothing item, one color choice will be free. And by the way, if you don't have high enough level yet to buy this item, try to buy it for gold, for 0 gold bars. Next tip is random but really important. Do not shoot other players' horses. It's a really bad taste. Just don't do that. I mean, many players don't see being killed as a big deal, but if you will kill their horses, they will be really offended. Even the most peaceful players will chase you from one lobby to another and killing you again and again for doing that. And by the way, about horses, it's absolutely unnecessary to spend a lot of money or gold on some expensive horse. Again, a lot of beginners are spending all their gold on Black Arabian horse, thinking that it's much better than any other horse in Red Dead Online, but it's not really so. On practice, there is almost no difference between different horses in Red Dead Online. Just buy any horse that you like, reach maximum bonding level with that horse, purchase good saddle like Nacogdoches and best stirrups, and you will be absolutely fine. If you've been playing for a while, it's gonna be a good idea to just open menu, then choose progress, awards, and check different categories, especially combat and sharpshooter. Usually you will find a lot of awards that you forgot to reset, and for resetting each award you are receiving 0.4 gold bars, so it's basically a lot of additional gold. And yes, kinda obvious tip, but still, do not purchase gold in the shop from Rockstar. Surprisingly high amount of players are still doing this for two reasons. First of all, because they think at the beginning that gold is really hard to earn, but actually no, you just need to know how to grind gold in this game. Just keep playing, and with help of treasure maps, awards, daily challenges and obviously completing missions, really soon you will have more gold and money than you need. But there is a second reason why players are purchasing gold bars in Red Dead Online. That's why I personally purchased gold, and it's also a wrong reason. I bought 25 gold bars from a shop, even though I didn't need gold at that point already, only because I wanted to support Rockstar, and I hoped that if I will spend some additional money on this game and other players will do the same, Rockstar will see how profitable this game is, how players love it, and will invest this money into developing some cool content for Red Dead Online. But you know what happened instead? They took this money, and probably they were laughing while doing this, and invested them into making some new content for GTA Online. If you will meet cheaters on PC, and you definitely will, and really soon, or some really aggressive griefers on consoles that are using God mode or something like that, don't try to fight them back. Don't try to send them offensive private messages, because you actually can get banned for that. And don't try to report them to Rockstar, because Rockstar simply don't care about this. They will do absolutely nothing, and unfortunately you will only waste your time. time, so instead it's better to simply switch lobby and maybe block these players and continue your journey. There is absolutely nothing you can do about that, because Rockstar just doesn't care about this problem. If you already have some extra money and gold, I suggest you to purchase as many limited time clothing items available this monthly event as possible, simply because after the event will end, they will disappear for a long time from a catalog, and it's possible that in the future you will need one of these clothing items to create a cool looking outfit. I actually quite often see comments from players who regret not buying limited time clothing items or outlaw passes when they had a chance, especially outlaw passes obviously. The next tip might look controversial to you, because everyone is saying that daily challenges is the best way of making gold in Red Dead Online, but I have a different opinion. You see, daily challenges are good, especially if you have at least 3 roles already, because roles are adding additional daily challenges, but they are good only if you can play Red Dead Online every single day for at least 28 days in a row. It's because of these streaks and multipliers, but the problem is, Red Dead Online has a really mature player base. Players have lives, and not skipping any single day in a month is problematic for most players. So my point is, if you logging in into Red Dead Online every day anyway, then definitely complete daily challenges. When you don't have a big streak, focus only on the easiest ones and then add more difficult challenges. But don't let these daily challenges to control you, to force you to play Red Dead Online when you don't have enough time or you just don't feel like playing this game. It's just not worth it. There are multiple other ways to earn gold in this game. The next tip is kinda similar. Focus on activities and money-making methods that you find fun and engaging. It's not necessary to focus on the most profitable activities. Remember, it's a game, not a job. So for example, if there are some extra payouts for collector role, but you just simply hate collector role, you cannot stand it. I personally think that collector role is really immersive, but many players describe it as boring, and if you are one of such players, just don't play it even if there are some extra payouts, it's not worth it. Or another example, you probably know that you will receive maximum payout for every mission, for example legendary bounty mission, if you will spend 30 minutes in this mission. But again, if you were not planning to stay AFK, it's not necessary to waste all that time. Just complete mission in 9 or 12 minutes, receive really good payout and go and do some other activities in Red Dead Online. Maybe something that you enjoy doing, or maybe something that you haven't tried yet. The next tip is learn how to use sniper rifles as soon as possible. Not only because sniper rifles are kinda overpowered in Red Dead Online for both PvP and PvE, but because it's different experience and it adds variety to how you can complete different tasks and missions. And overall, it's a good idea to have a sniper rifle, especially Carcana, because it's way too strong, in different builds that you're using for different situations. By builds I mean combination of ability cards and weapons. But still remember the next tip. Red Dead Online is not a competitive game by any means. It has no challenging high-level PvE content except for maybe few call to arms maps, and only if you are trying to complete them solo. And PvP is just a complete joke. I mean, this game is using peer-to-peer connection system. It has multiple bugs and glitches, and Rockstar don't care about fixing them. And I'm not even talking about cheaters on PC or modded controller users on consoles. So don't take Red Dead Online too seriously. No one really tries to compete with you. It's not a game for tryhards. And by the way, as soon as you will start playing Red Dead Online, I suggest you to go and change default settings, because it looks like they designed to make the game more difficult and annoying. The best example here is hold to reel fishing. Before I changed it from off to on, I literally broke few controllers. And I still hate fishing in Red Dead Online, probably because of that default setting. Anyway, in the description you will find a link to a full guide on how to make optimal settings in Red Dead Online. Another important tip: if you will not receive some reward that Rockstar should send you for completing some challenges during the monthly event, or you will lose your moonshine or trader delivery because of some bug, or maybe you will lose your daily challenge streak because Rockstar or PlayStation servers were not working. In all these cases you can get back what you lost and even more. You simply simply need to contact Rockstar support. Obviously it would be better if you have some proof. But in situations where they can solve players' problems by simply giving them money, gold or missing item, Rockstar support are really helpful. Quite often they will give you even more gold and money that you've lost. But still, don't expect Rockstar support to do something about cheaters or toxic griefers. The next tip is for players who skipped the story mode and immediately jumped into Red Dead Online. Like I did, but it was a mistake, so the tip is simple: go play Red Dead Redemption 2 story. There is a really high chance that you will enjoy it even if you don't really like single player games. And the most important tip: if you are tired of Red Dead Online, if playing this game feels boring to you, simply go and play some other game. I see such comments all the time, like, oh, I reached high level and I have no idea what to do now, what should I do, what can you suggest me? Just play another game, something new, something cool, and then maybe in a month or so you will return to Red Dead Online and will say, wow, this game looks beautiful. And maybe you will not return, and that's also fine, but there is literally no other good solution when you are feeling bored of Red Dead Online. But if you are not one of such players and still enjoying this game, I suggest you to go and check the video about tips for every role in Red Dead Online. You can see it on your screen now. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.